Welcome back to the Road to French Lick. I'm Ryan Ballengee. Brendan Sweeney's down in Orlando. Great to have you with us for this episode. We're talking about the Listeners Cup with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio. It's become an annual tradition at the resort to have all the hosts of the different shows on SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio. They do a great job with their coverage, but also their daily talk is great. And they bring fans out to the French Lick Resort. They have a team competition together, and Brendan was out there for all of it in this episode. We'll have conversations with the Paulson boys, Carl and Dennis, who are not brothers, but they host the same show, and they might as well be brothers. Another year of Listeners Cup in the books. Why don't you tell us how it went?
I'll tell you what, I think it's our 9th year of hosting. It was Carl and Dennis Paulson, excuse me, and then John Maginnes and Brian Katrek. So you got KMOT, Katrek Maginnes on tap versus Inside the Ropes. And we started off with, roughly, I don't know, I think our first couple of years we had 24 players show up. So it was two teams going at it. We got close to 60 this year, so it's great. And it's pretty crazy that the people that you meet at these events, and you got to think about the actual person that would, number one, listens religiously to golf. It's sort of goofy in the first place, but to take the leap of faith and go on a trip with other people you don't know to talk about golf and hang out with these golfer guys, it's turned into a tradition, and friendships has formed over the years. When you travel to a different city and all of a sudden it's like, hey, Charlie's in Boca Raton, or Ryan's in Maryland or something, and you met this guy at this thing. So relationships develop. You get to meet some of their families, the wives come out and whatnot. But this year was fun. We had a great competition. We kicked off the event with an opening ceremony, dinner and whatnot. But we had the first round down at Sultan's Run, and then we came back, and Brian Katrek and John Maginnes did Brian had a great concept. He wanted to do a little thing at Sand Creek where we have a competition going on there, and then after that, we would go to the driving range, and he started the club throwing contest, which was sort of a shit show to be honest with you. And Brian wound up winning. He won the duck. Hold on a second, I got it right here. So this is I was going to make it a traveling trophy, and then I threw it in my backpack, and I sort of forgot about it until I got home. But Brian Katrek won. It's called Harner the Duck. Dave Harner's our director of golf, and we'll engrave Brian's name in Sharpie. Only the finest right here as champion of the club throwing contest at 61 yards. There's a little
what club competition. It was? What club did he throw?
I believe it was an old 7-iron.
Okay.
But there were a couple, man, that wound up in the trees. And the trees were, you've been to the range at the Valley, and it's pretty wide. And Tim Glover was out there pacing them off.
Trees.
Oh, the trees were 30 yards to the left.
That's what I mean. You have to pull it so bad.
It was gone. And that was a blast. And then the competition went on. We played the Ross course, which was great. And then the Dye and Katrek and Maginnes won. They won the first day. I mean, Team Paulson didn't even show up. But I had the good fortune. One of the guys dropped out, so I played. And I actually took Carl's spot and for the front nine of the Dye course. And then we came out on 10, and he's just joined up with us. And I was about 60 out, and I'm hitting a wedge, and I'm thinking, oh my God, Carl Paulson's here. He's going to just blow me smoke for chunking a shot or something. All of a sudden I hit it. I'm like, that looks pretty damn good. All of a sudden 2 hops in the hole. I'm like, eagle. Yeah. So And then I birdied 17. So I had an eagle and a birdie on the back nine. And then I was adding up my score. I was like, holy cow, I shot a 37. And then I looked back down. I'm like, oh, I forgot to put the 18th hole on there. So wound up shooting it like a 43. So it was good. It was good. I was happy out there for an 86. And for me, an 86 is pretty damn good at that golf course. So yeah, we're looking forward to them coming back. They're good guys. We had a great time with their team, the staff, and most importantly, the people that visited French Lick from all around the country, literally from New York to California, from Florida to Washington State. There was crisscrossed anywhere. Got guys flying in from Colorado. It was just a hoot, absolute hoot. And the people in town just loved it when these guys show up. We went over to Moo Moo's, and we had a big party over at Legends. And all was great. Larry and his staff over there were just fabulous people. So we had a great time. I look forward to them coming back. So stand by. I got a couple interviews here that we shot up there. All right. We're at the 14th hole at the PTI course with Carl Paulson, inside the ropes, mastermind, former PGA Tour player. Dude, what's the Listeners Cup like? How fun is this?
It's an absolute blast. This is day 3, so anytime you get onto day 3 of any kind of boys trip or golf trip, everybody's struggling a little bit today, but it's all good and fun.
Cool. Now, you've covered the Korn Ferry Tour with XM Radio for the past few years. You had a couple of years here. What was the experience, you think, of the fellas coming here? And how did this course treat them?
Well, it's a tough golf course, but they played it a lot better than I thought they were going to play it. The scores were a lot lower than I thought they were going to be, and they played pretty much all of this golf course. And it just goes to show you how good these players are today. I mean, it's just nuts how far they hit it.
A little different game from when you were there?
Yeah. The game that they're playing right now on the PGA Tour looks like a completely different sport than what I played.
Got it. You have a pretty tight schedule. You call the Ryder Cup, you call the Opens. I mean, what's a good, cool standout moment for you when you're on the road?
Just getting to some of the iconic places. We go to LA and you walk up the steps after the 18th green and you know that Hogan and all of the greats that have ever played the game took the exact same steps, and to be able to play on the PGA Tour was just it was an absolute dream come true. Wouldn't change it for the world. I've had a lot of surgeries because of it, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Sweet. All right, we're here with Carl Paulson. Thanks, buddy.
You got it.
See ya. All right, welcome back to French Lick. We're here with Dennis Paulson, co-host of Inside the Ropes and PGA Tour winner. Man, we survived another Listeners Cup here at French Lick. What do you think?
Well, we completely survived it. We still have one more night.
Well,
yeah, we did.
We've almost survived it.
We've almost survived it.
Cheers.
It's been absolutely a blast. I mean, this
brought to you by Miller Lite. Thank you very much.
When you play a golf course like this one on top of a mountain, it doesn't matter how much it rains.
No.
Now, getting to it, crossing the river could be a little bit of an issue like we had earlier in the week. But the fact that we got to play 3 great golf courses.
Yeah.
And the weather that you guys
4
had
actually
here,
with Sand Creek.
Well, and that one was underwater when we showed up too.
But it drained.
It has, and it drained beautifully. The condition of the greens, and I think Hugh, our producer right now, could attest to it. These greens are unbelievable. You could not hit a shot into a green and get to dirt. They're so tight and so perfect. It was incredible. Almost as incredible as the hosting for what you did for us this week.
Thanks.
Really
I appreciate that. But I tell you what, when you have an event like the Listeners Cup and you bring people in from all around the country, I mean, they have to have faith in you that you're going to deliver a decent product. What's it like? I mean, this is our 11th year. Mm-hmm. The relationships that you've developed over the time. I mean, you're going to Evansville tomorrow to shoot with Mike Small and his charity, and what's that like to you?
That story is so crazy because Carl and I came here through another person, through who we know, Patrick Nickel.
Yeah.
And he just said that
the Korn Ferry Championships were at Victoria National in Evansville
4 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
And then they came here for the last 2 years. And Patrick invited us to go to that event for him and do our show from there. And he knew Mike Small and said, I think you might like these guys, and why don't you try to hook up? This is a great story. He goes, well, where are they going to be? He goes, well, they'll be at a bar. It's like, okay, well, Evansville is not very big, but really? He goes, oh, they'll be at, what's the name of that place?
The Cork and Ale?
No, I can't remember the name of it. It begins with an E. But anyway, he goes, and that's right across from where he lived. So he was in there, and Rain Gibson, who was playing in the tournament,
from
was staying at
Australia,
the house. So he goes, do you have any idea who Dennis Paulson and Carl Paulson look like? Because I have never met him before. He goes, yeah, I think so. I know those guys. I don't know if I met them, but I know who they are. And they walked into the bar we were at, and he goes, I think that's them. And he struck up a conversation, and we've been buddies ever since. It's really incredible.
I tell you what, you know who his ace is Rain Gibson.
He's unbelievable.
He's
such
just a
nice
dynamite guy.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. Well, we appreciate everything that you've done for us over the years and the relationship that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And your team at XM Radio has just been aces. So
Everybody but Justin.
he's dynamite.
He's awesome.
He's a dynamite.
He's so
He's from
good.
Central. He's an Illinois guy, so we have to get along
He's
with
the
him.
best.
So,
He really is.
yeah, it's great. Well, thank you so much, Dennis, and appreciate everything, man. And
You're the best.
thanks for working with us. And catch more on Inside the Ropes. Just flip on channel 92 on your XM dial.
And thanks for the Dot Miller.
Yeah, we love this from Dot Miller. We actually sell some Peter Miller stuff up top.
Pete Miller. Pete Miller, that's what it is in Texas.
Exactly. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you soon.
Yeah, good times were had, and the staff at French Lick just loves when these guys come. So have fun, and I guess we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
You've arrived at French Lick Resort, here in Indiana. 2 hotels you have to see to believe. Legendary Golf by Pete Dye and Donald Ross. Our little corner of the world is like nowhere else. Your French Lick getaway starts now at FrenchLick.com.